Thinking about buying a property and don't know where to start? That's what I'm going to be talking about in the video coming up. Hi, my name is Edwin Gonzalez with the couple team, brokerage by Partnership Realty Inc. here in Palm Beach County area in Florida. If this is the first time tuning into our channel, welcome. Basically, I want to talk to you because many people are confused whenever they start saying about buying a property. They don't know where to start, they don't even know, they're completely lost. And basically, before we start, let me ask you something. When is the best time for you to buy a property? Right? Now. Why? Because now is when you have the time. Now is when you are watching this video. Now is when you have that momentum, that desire to do it. Many people say different things. The reality is that if you have the desire to do it, most of the time you're going to be able to do it. Why? Right now there's many different programs out there that you can use, and that's what I'm going to be talking and sharing with you. So you know that the only limitation that you're putting is the one that you put yourself. So basically, before we start, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for watching. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, and the first thing that you got to do is basically have the desire to do it, like I mentioned before. But let's say that you already have the desire and you already want to do it right now. What's the first step? Well, at this very moment, there's two things that you can do. You can either go directly to a lender and start asking them about different programs that they may have and different resources and stuff like that, or you can go and hire a real estate agent. Why? Because when you hire a real estate agent, he's going to be able to guide you. I mean, I'm a real estate agent, so my suggestion to you is get with a real estate agent. Why? Because in my case, I try to gather as much information from different lenders out there. So they basically start telling me about all the different programs that they have, different incentive. You know, we go to new construction sites and we start getting and gathering all incentive programs and, you know, a whole bunch of different things. But for me to do that, I gotta do a pre-qualification. I gotta have a perfect picture of your scenario. Basically, I want to know what's your income. I want to know what's your credit score, your job history. You know, have you been in the same history for the past 2 years? Have you changed industry in the past few months? Basically, I want to have a perfect picture and a perfect scenario, or where you stand. You know, I want to see your profile. How many people are in your family? You know, we want to make sure that how many bedrooms we're going to do. I want to have a perfect picture of everything. But I want to know your finance. So basically, the pre-qualification part is the main key. So I want to know your debt to income ratio. Basically, I want to know how much debt you have in comparison to how much money are you making or are you getting every month. So the pre-qualification process, that's, you know, I think that's the step one. And after we go to the pre-qualification process, now you're ready to next step, which is the choosing the right lender. For that, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna see your scenario and I'm gonna think which one is the right lender for you, and then I'm gonna match you with the right one. I'm gonna be submitting all the paperwork, all the information. You're gonna be sharing all data and needs, and they're gonna give you a pre-approval letter. Once you get that pre-approval letter, now you have a better scenario. Now you have an amount that you can be searching properties for. Let's say you want to have a property for $100,000, but when we start running all the numbers, then we know that you are qualified to make more. So why you want to get into something so inexpensive when you can actually afford something better, or the other way around? I mean, whatever you want to do. But basically, once you have the pre-approval letter, that tells you where you stand, and now you can start making the right decision for you. You really want to go to where the where the pre-approval letter says, or do you want to go below that? You want to go below, but you don't want to go over that. Now is the fun part, house hunting. Once we go into the house hunting, that means that I'm gonna sit down with you and say, okay, how many bedrooms do I need? How many parking space do I need? I want to know everything. I want to know your taste when it comes to kitchens. When it comes to bedroom, how big or how small you need them. I want to know all your tastes, your backyard. If you have any pets, I want to know different things. That's what I'm gonna be sitting down with you. So the house hunting, that's the fun part. You can't miss that. And you gotta enjoy the process, because it can be a little tedious, but at the same time, you're gonna enjoy it because you're gonna be living in that property for the next few years. We don't know. You're making a mortgage for 30 years. So let's say you're gonna be living there for the rest of your life. Maybe you decide to sell it in the future, but you gotta make sure that whatever you're gonna put yourself into, you're gonna be feeling comfortable with. Okay? Let's say that we found the perfect property. So now it's time for us to make an offer. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna submit an offer. Let's say that we put an offer together, and now, we got the offer accepted. So now when we get the offer accepted, the next step is putting the money into escrow account. Why we want to put it into an escrow account? Because it's basically a way to help you as a buyer, to help the seller, and to help everybody involved in that transaction. So basically, putting money into escrow, is a win-win situation. Okay, so after you put all the money into escrow, now you gotta remember, now we have the inspection period. You have certain amount of days, depending on your contract, that you're gonna say, okay, now is the time that I'm gonna be calling and calling different inspectors so they can go and making sure that the property is the right move for me to do. You're gonna be driving around the neighborhood. You want to make sure that you like everything that is going around, that you like everything pretty much. So because before that inspection period, you can still cancel and get your money back. If we get something that you're going to be canceling because whatever reason, we find out, we go into detail why you want to cancel. But the good thing is that you can still cancel the contract and get the money back. So after that inspection period, then you're not supposed to cancel. Okay, so basically, but you want to make sure that a lot of people sometimes they tell me, you know what, I want to make this rush and I just want to do a few days inspection period. I don't need 14, 15 days for me to do an inspection. The reality is that you want to be able to inspect the property the best that you can. Why? Because you're putting yourself into a mortgage. You're not buying a piece of, you're not buying shoes. You're not buying a piece of clothing. You're basically doing a really good investment. So you want to make sure that you're putting your money, all that work is being paying off, and now you're able to buy your dream home. Okay, so, but not only that, we have the inspection period, but we also have, after we're done with that, that's the time that the bank say, okay, listen, we need to hire a third party because we want to make sure that the money that we're going to lend you, has the right value. So we want to send somebody to the property to find the home, the property's value. This is a third party, meaning that he doesn't work for the bank, or he doesn't work for the realtor or anything. That's the third party that it gets hired, and basically it goes to the property and it do a home evaluation. That way they know that if they're gonna lend you, let's say for example, if they're gonna lend you 250,000, then the home value is 250. So you just gotta make sure that whenever they're doing the appraisal, that money is going to come exactly to what the mortgage is going to be. Because if not, then you can, two things, you can either go directly to the seller and tell them to lower because it didn't pass the appraisal, or you can basically come up, if you really love the house, then you need to gather some more money in order for you to put it, because the bank is only going to lend you the amount that the appraisal is saying. So whatever the home appraised for, that's what the bank is going to give you. Okay, after that, then it's time for you to sit back and relax No, not really, because now is the time when the bank start running all the final numbers. You know, we do the underwriting and making sure that all those numbers look right for the closing date. And the closing date, that's an experience that if you haven't done so, I mean, you really need to make sure that you go through that experience. I mean, becoming a homeowner is really enjoyable. You know, it's really fun, and you feel more confident. I mean, it's just a different feeling. So basically the closing table, that's when you say, okay, I'm done, give me all those papers because I'm gonna sign and I want to go and enjoy my new house. Okay, that's what you really want to do. Why me and my wife as realtors, we do things a little different, not different when it comes to, oh no, we're doing things completely different to everybody. But let me just say that me and my wife, the way we work with people is that we actually sit down and we go directly to properties. We make sure that it goes with the person, with the buyer's taste. You know, we're not gonna be sending you different properties that we know you're not gonna like. So basically, we want to sit down with you, and sometimes we actually go to the property first before you, because we don't want to waste your time. We want to make sure that whenever you see the property, it's one property that you're really gonna enjoy. So again, my name is Edwin. It's time for me to go, but I hope you guys found some value in this content. Remember, my name is Edwin Gonzalez Ortiz with the couple team, and we're brokerage by Partnership Realty Inc. here in Palm Beach County area in Florida. Have a wonderful day or night.